Hello everyone and welcome to another training video. So in this video we are going to see the full start up and shutdown procedure for the AS350 B3e by Cowansim for X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 12, and here we are in X-Plane 11. Now, same as for the Jet Ranger, for this helicopter too, I'm not going to use the checklist provided with the helicopter. I'm going to use another checklist based on the real checklist. So before getting started, already make sure that the tie downs and covers are removed. Same as for the Jet Ranger, either you remove tie downs here or you go to the configuration manager, and this is where you will configure, like if you want helmets on pilots, AV tab, etc. This is where you will configure the helicopter. Okay, so now let's get the chart. So the normal procedure. Performance limits determined, weight and center of gravity check. Now seats and control pedals, you can adjust the seat and the control pedals. Seat belt fastened, and for the co-pilot, even with no co-pilot, you fasten his seat belt. Rotor brake fully forward. Okay, now it's fully forward. When you want to apply the rotor brake, you press this button here, and then you apply that. Now when you move it forward, this will pop back in place. There it is. Okay, so don't press it like this and leave it like this. Okay, it goes back in place by itself. Fuel shut off lever, that's the black lever here, forward, and the plastic guard condition, this is the plastic guard. Okay, twist grip, only two positions available: idle or flight. Here we verify that it is on idle. Hydraulic cut off switch on. This switch here, when it's up, it's on. Engine starting selector off. There it is. Engine starting selector off. Battery on. Okay, instrument lighting here. This is off. This is day and this is night. So of course, during the day you will put it on day. Electrical mirror if fitted. It is fitted on this helicopter, so set to avoid dazzling night flight. Okay, during night you have your landing lights on here. Okay, in order not for the light to dazzle you, you can then adjust it so that, like here, you can see it, now you don't. Okay, so you can adjust it, but here I'm just going to turn the landing lights off anyway, I don't need them. Now light test. Okay, so let me read it first because I will get rid of this in a moment. We press the button here, all the lights will come up, and then the torque here should indicate 100% for 2 seconds. Okay, and then back to 0. So there is, all the lights come on, and torque 100%, 2 seconds, and then back to 0. Fire test perform. Engine fire will light up here. There we go, engine fire. Accumulator test. So 1, 2, and then off. It centers the pedal. Now panel lights check with battery power, as in our case. So we have fuel pump, generator, pitot, and horn as orange, and hydraulic, engine, MGB, and twist as red. Now if we had EPU, we have the same here, and bat. Let me just, bat will light up here. Let me just show you where. There it is. You will also have the BATT for the battery. But here, since we are only on battery, not the EPU, we don't have it. VEMD. VEMD is here. Okay, free data page, that's the free data page screen, no message. Here GPS not available, it's because we have to turn the avionics on for all the GPS radio system to be available. So vehicle page also, apart from the GPS, no message. Battery voltage, here 27.2 volts, so it's greater than 22 volts. And bleed valve open, indicated here by this symbol. Okay, so control pedals, Okay, cyclic center friction adjusted collective lock. Okay, so here you can see the lock here. Okay, and just to make sure that, like here, now it's off, but you can see if it's locked. Okay, and heating, demisting off. There it is. So make sure this is on, make sure they are on, off. Now starting engine, we check that the governor light is not on. By the way, let's see where it is. There it is. Okay, GOV. So it's off. Fuel pump on. Fuel pump on. Okay, the message should disappear. Anti-collision on. Now I leave the helicopter with the anti-collision on anyway. And also, same thing here, I start my helicopters with one door open so that I can better hear if there are strange sounds. So cyclic hand on, engine starting selector on, and so engine starter selector is this here. So what we will be monitoring then is check N1 increases. Okay, N1 increases. TOT remains below its limits. Okay, this is the TOT. Rotor turns at N1 less than or equal to 25. Okay, before this reaches 25, the rotors should already be turning, and engine oil pressure increases. Okay, engine oil pressure increases here. Okay, so let's turn on. 6, 7, 8. Already I can see blades turning. It is before 25, TOT within limit, engine oil pressure, there it is. Very good. Now with helmet on, let me check something. Okay, you can still click here. Okay, to simulate that you had the helmet on, except that you don't see, I don't think you see the helmet somewhere. Anyway, let's proceed. So this part is done. Now when N1 is greater or equal to 67%, 68.2% actually, so it's greater than 67%, generator on. Okay, check engine, MGP and hydraulic off. When it's white, it indicates that it's not on, it's off. Okay, pitot on. Okay, light goes off, fuel pumps off. Okay, fuel pump, okay. Now engine starting selector guard. Here automatically when you switch it on, the guard, okay, is set. Avionics on. Okay, now avionics will control everything, radio, GPS, everything, all necessary items on and tested. So here you want to set your frequency, nav, so altimeter. Either you get the information, or if you know the elevation, you just set it to the right elevation here. EPU if used, we did not use it, but at this point you disconnect. Okay, and check that generator and battery is off. Okay, next page. Run up checks. Now actually in the simulator you're not going to feel anything, but let's do it so that you know what's happening. So hydraulic checks, if not locked, the collective. Okay, we've checked it, but we just cross check. The collective is locked, because actually what will happen if when the accumulators are depleted, or when the hydraulic cut switch here is turned on, is turned off, the collective, can move up. So make sure this is on. And now we will perform the test, and I will just be describing you what you're supposed to kind of feel if it was in the actual helicopter. So collective, check correctly, locked, we just did. Accumulator test on. Okay, now we check that, let me put it like this here. You will see the light come up here. Okay, now cyclic, move cyclic 2 to 3 times on each axis, plus or minus 10% of travel, and check for accumulator hydraulic assistance. That is no load control. That is if you move it up, down, okay, no load, that is it's moving smoothly. Same thing for side, for roll. But then if you keep doing it, eventually you will deplete the accumulators, and then you will kind of feel that's very hard to move. Here I'm simulating it, okay? So if you deplete one, the other will still be smooth, and then as you deplete it also, it will be hard to move. Okay, and then you put the ACCU back to off and check that hydraulic off. Okay, now same thing here, hydraulic cut-off test, guard, okay, correctly locked, and now the hydraulic switch you will put it to off. And now immediately when trying to move the collective, the cyclic, sorry, you will feel that it's very hard to move. It's very hard to move. Okay, now we will put it back to on, and the hydraulic light should come out after 3 to 4 seconds. If it is less than that, like for 1 second or greater than 4, it means that one of the accumulators is faulty. You cannot take off. Okay, maintenance action must be performed prior to flight. So let's turn it back on and then count. There it is. 3.5 seconds and it went off. Now twist grip, flight position. I just make sure my door is closed. So now we will turn twist grip to flight position, like it can be only on idle or flight. Okay, NR here, when NR is above 340, like here, you put the horn on. Okay, now if it's greater than 360, you will hear the horn. But if it's less, you won't hear. Okay, so that is, put the horn on. Done for this page. And then NR indication, okay, lower range. Good. You can read the figure here if you have problems, you can read the figure here. Otherwise, that's the arc where it is indicating where it is, so here. But the figures is much easier, just read it. Okay, fire test, perform. Now the gong sounds, I don't know why, but I don't hear them. I see the light, let's take this off, but I don't hear the gong sound. Where is? Oh, I was, that's why I was not seeing it. Okay, it was my view. I see the warning light, but I don't hear the gong sound. The gong sound. Parameters check, no warning light illuminated here. The warning light, electrical system voltage and current. Okay. And then engine oil pressure. Good. Now before take off, doors closed. Okay, on my side here, sliding doors. Okay, open and locked. Cyclic and collective frictions as required. I don't think they are modeled in this helicopter. I don't think they are modeled. Landing lights as required. I won't use them. Tap and pressure normal range. Work. Collective pitch. Now you can unlock the collective. There it is. Okay. Now I will take off, perform a flight, but here I will just come back once I've do a little flight, just so that when we perform the shutdown, there is a data that will be available then. Okay, so I will see you once I'm done with the little flight and ready for the shutdown. There it is. I've completed my flight and just landed. So engine and rotor shut down, cyclic center, collective lock, to swift idle position. Okay, engine oil cooling, wait for 30 seconds, and here, like it was written below 360, you will get a horn, so just turn it off. Okay, wait for 30 seconds. Engine oil cooling. Let's say 30 seconds over. Pitot, horn and avionics landing lights off. So horn is already off, so pitot off, avionics off, landing lights if on, but they were not on to begin with, off, engine starting selector off. Okay, generator off. At NR 170 RPM, high wind, or 140 RPM, less than normal conditions, so we will wait for 140 RPM and then we will apply the rotor brake. There it is. Now we can go ahead and, not fully, just you have an indication here, this mark here, when it's fully or not, so you don't want to creak it close. So as it comes to a stop here, there you go. Next item on the list, when rotor is stopped, yes, anti-collision light. I leave it on for reasons already explained. Okay, there it is, 1, 2. Actually, in the real helicopter, one of the pedals, I don't know which one, will be forward. That's normal, so you have to press this for 2 seconds and it will re-center the pedals when rotor is stopped. Okay, that before leaving, and that's why I wanted to do a little flight, so that we get those data. Okay, check for flight report data page. That's why I wanted to. So I did a 20 minutes flight and 1 and 2 cycles. Okay, indicating white characters and above 0. There it is. Okay, and then it's written here, exit, press reset. There it is, and battery off. There it is. Now if you want, you can put the pitot, static ports, air intake and exhaust covers, blade socks as required. So there it is. So this was the complete startup and shutdown procedure for the AS350 B3e by Cowansim for X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 12. And once again, I did not use the checklist provided with the helicopter. It's actually the checklist from the pilot operating handbook of the helicopter that has been slightly modified to be suitable for a simulator. So I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in another video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.